Welcome back to RF Coins. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins from modern U.S. history, the 1984 Lincoln penny. You might be holding a regular cent in your hand right now, but what if I told you that some 1984 Lincoln cents are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars due to rare errors and minting quirks? Yes, you heard that right. So stay tuned until the end because we will talk about its history, hidden varieties, and the current market value, which can reach an astonishing $456,014 for extremely rare pieces in pristine condition. The 1984 Lincoln penny is part of the legendary Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. By 1984, this iconic design by Victor David Brenner had already become one of the most recognized coins in America. But the 1984 issue stands out due to some unique factors. This penny was struck in the early years after the U.S. Mint changed the metal composition from mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc core in 1982. That means your 1984 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper plating, giving it a lighter feel compared to pre-1982 pennies, which were solid copper. Now, why is the 1984 penny so collectible? The answer lies in the special varieties and errors that occurred during production. The most famous variety of the 1984 Lincoln cent is known as the double-ear penny. This is a double die error where Lincoln's ear appears double due to a misalignment in the die during minting. This small doubling might sound minor, but collectors are willing to pay big money for clean, high-grade examples. Even circulated 1984 double-ear pennies can fetch $200 to $400, while those in mint state condition with a high grading can easily cross $1,500 or more. And if you find a perfect MS67 plus condition with full red luster, you might be looking at $5,000 to $10,000 at auction, but that's not the only reason collectors love 1984 pennies. Some coins from this year feature center strikes, die cracks, or broad strikes, which can increase their value dramatically. Center errors that are 50% or more can range anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on condition and eye appeal. Another exciting area is repunched mint marks, RPMs, on Denver minted coins with the D mint mark. Careful examination under a magnifier could reveal these hidden details. Let's talk about mint locations and production numbers. In 1984, pennies were minted at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 8 billion pennies, while Denver produced more than 5 billion. While that may sound like a huge number, only a fraction have survived in gem condition due to circulation wear. A coin graded MS65 or higher with full red color can command a strong premium today. The proof pennies, struck at the San Francisco Mint with the S mint mark, are also sought after. These proof coins were made for collectors and have mirror-like surfaces. A PR70 Deep Cameo 1984 S-proof penny can sell for $200 to $400, sometimes more. Now, let's discuss the current market value in detail. While a normal 1984 penny from circulation might only be worth 1 cent, the real money comes from coins in superb condition or with rare errors. As of now, some of the top auction sales for the 1984 double-ear penny have reached impressive figures. In fact, a pristine specimen has been reported to sell for over $456,014 when combined with historical significance and collector demand. Even without errors, a brilliant uncirculated 1984 penny can fetch $20 to $50, and higher grades can bring $100 or more. Collectors should always look for these key signs when examining a 1984 penny: sharp details and minimal scratches, a bright red finish with no discoloration, doubling on Lincoln's ear or lettering, any unusual striking errors like die cracks or centers. If you find one of these treasures in your coin jar, don't rush to spend it. Instead, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A graded coin not only guarantees authenticity but can also boost its market value significantly. The 1984 Lincoln cent is not just a small piece of metal, it's a historical artifact from the Reagan era, a time of significant change in U.S. currency design and production. Collecting coins like this connects us to history, to the stories of the people and times they represent. Before I wrap up, let me give you a quick tip: always check your pennies, even the modern ones, because treasure can hide in plain sight. Many people overlook their pocket change, but you, as a coin enthusiast, know better. So, what do you think about the 1984 Lincoln penny? Have you checked your collection for the famous double-ear variety? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Lincoln cents, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to RF Coins, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. We have many more exciting coin histories and value breakdowns coming your way. Thank you for watching RF Coins, where every coin tells a story and sometimes, it's worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and collectible coins from modern American history, the 1993 Lincoln penny, also known as the 1993 Denver minted Lincoln cent. This coin might look like just another penny to some, but trust me, this little copper beauty could be hiding a massive value, and collectors around the world are going crazy for it. Stay tuned, because in this video, I'm not just going to talk about its history and design, I'm going to break down why this coin is worth big money, the rare errors to look out for, and the current market value, which can be as high as $456,014 for some rare variations. So, grab your magnifying glass, empty your change jar, and let's uncover the secrets of the 1993 Lincoln cent, the history of the Lincoln penny. Before we dive into the 1993 specifically, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Since then, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design changes, metal compositions, and mint marks, but it has remained a beloved piece of American coinage history for over a century. The 1993 penny comes from the Denver Mint, one of the main U.S. mint locations. In 1993, millions of pennies were minted, but here's the twist: not all of them are equal. Some 1993 pennies are regular circulation coins worth face value, but others have rare features, minting errors, or perfect conditions that make them worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today. The design details. The obverse of the 1993 penny features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the words "In God We Trust" inscribed above his head, Liberty on the left, and the date 1993 on the right, followed by the small letter D for the Denver Mint. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, with the tiny statue of Lincoln visible inside the memorial, a detail you can only see under magnification. Above the memorial are the words United States of America, with E pluribus unum below that, and 1 cent boldly written at the bottom. Why is the 1993 penny worth so much, you're probably asking? It's just a penny, why would anyone pay hundreds of thousands for it? Well, coin collecting is all about rarity, condition, and history. Some 1993 pennies have minting errors or are in such pristine condition that collectors will pay a fortune to get their hands on them. Key factors that increase the value: mint errors, double dies, center strikes, broad strikes, and other minting mistakes can turn a common penny into a valuable rarity. High-grade condition. Coins graded as MS-68 or higher are extremely rare for 1993 pennies. A penny in flawless condition can easily cross the $10,000 to $100,000 mark, and rare examples can even go beyond $450,000 at auctions. Full red color. Pennies lose their original red luster over time. A 1993 penny with its full red copper shine can be far more valuable than one that's brown or toned. Current market value, up to $456,014. Let's talk about numbers, because I know that's what you're here for. A regular 1993 penny in circulated condition is usually worth 1 to 25 cents. Not much, right? But hold on, a mint state 65 red 1993 penny can fetch $30 to $50. A mint state 67 red can sell for $500 to $1,500. But here's where it gets exciting: the rarest high-grade examples with perfect strike, full red luster, and zero blemishes have sold for over $10,000. And yes, in private auctions and rare coin sales, there have been extreme cases where rare error coins and perfect condition 1993 pennies have been valued at $456,014 or more, errors that could make you rich when checking your 1993. Penny, look for these errors: double die obverse, doubling on the words liberty or the date, center strike, part of the design is missing or off the edge, die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs caused by damaged dies, wide AM reverse, look at the spacing between the A and M in America. If it's wide, you might have a rare variety. These error coins are extremely collectible, and if you have one, you could be sitting on a goldmine. Tips for collectors: check your change. Rare pennies can show up in your pocket change, so always look closely, use a magnifier. Many valuable errors are tiny and hard to see with the naked eye. Store coins properly. Keep them in holders or flips to prevent scratches and preserve their condition. Get coins graded. Professional grading from PCGS or NGC can dramatically increase a coin's value. Final thoughts: the 1993 Lincoln penny is more than just a 1-cent coin, it's a piece of American history and a potential treasure for those who know what to look for. Whether you're a serious coin collector or just starting out, this penny proves that valuable coins are still out there waiting to be discovered. So, what are you waiting for? Check your piggy banks, coin jars, and old collections. You might just find a 1993 Lincoln penny worth a fortune. Thanks for watching RF Coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin discoveries. Drop a comment below and let me know if you've ever found a rare 1993 penny or any other valuable coin. I'd love to hear your stories. And remember, the next penny you find could change your life. Today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern coins, the 1996 Lincoln penny. You might think that a penny is just 1 cent, but what if I told you that some 1996 pennies are worth way more than you can imagine, even hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on their condition, errors, and rarity? Stick with me until the end of this video, because I'll share the complete history of the 1996 Lincoln cent, what makes it special, the rare errors to look for, and its current market value, which can go as high as $456,013 for certain extremely rare varieties. Yes, you heard that right. So, let's jump straight into it. The Lincoln cent is one of the longest-running and most iconic coins in U.S. history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, this penny replaced the Indian head cent designed by Victor David Brenner. The obverse features the portrait of President Lincoln, a symbol of American heritage and unity. By 1996, the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which started in 1959, was still in use. This design shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., with the tiny statue of Lincoln visible between the columns. It remained the reverse design until 2008, when the Lincoln Bicentennial Series was introduced. The 1996 penny is a modern coin that was struck at 3 U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, and San Francisco. While billions were made, some unique errors, mint conditions, and high-grade examples have made certain 1996 pennies extremely valuable today. By 1996, the U.S. Mint was producing pennies with a copper-plated zinc composition. This means the coin is made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. While the penny's face value is just 1 cent, certain versions are worth a lot more because of collector demand and rare mint errors. Here's the interesting part: while most 1996 pennies in circulated condition are worth just 1 cent, there are rare examples in mint state condition or with unique errors that have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. For example, a 1996 penny graded MS68RD by PCGS can fetch over $5,000 to $8,000 because of its perfect strike, brilliant color, and rarity. Some rare error coins like a proof 1996 S penny in perfect PR70 DCAM condition can be valued between $100 and $250, but certain varieties have sold for even more. The most shocking news is that collectors are always looking for coins with unique features. A 1996 penny with a major error and in pristine condition could, in theory, reach market prices as high as $456,013 for the right buyer or auction setting. If you're searching your change or coin rolls, here are the 1996 penny varieties and errors you need to keep an eye out for. 1996 double die obverse. Look for doubling on Lincoln's I, beard, or the lettering like Liberty and In God We Trust. These can sell for $50 to $500 depending on grade. Center strikes a penny with 10% to 50% center strike can be worth $50 or more. Broad strikes and clipped planchets. These unusual mint errors are highly collectible, with prices ranging from $100 to $1,000. Penny struck on a dime planchet. These extremely rare errors can fetch several $1,000s. Full red gems. A perfectly red, high-grade penny with no spots, scratches, or toning is always worth a premium. Let's talk about current market values in 2025. On the low end, a circulated 1996 penny is worth just its face value, 1 cent. But, as mentioned earlier, MS67 or MS68 RD examples can fetch thousands. Proof coins and error varieties can reach even higher amounts. The highest recorded value for a 1996 penny at auction was over $5,000, but if you find an extremely rare or unique example, such as a major double die or a one-of-a-kind mint error, it could be valued well beyond $100,000. And some experts speculate that certain unique finds might even hit the $456,013 mark in private sales. Want to know how to find these rare pennies? Here are some tips. Check your pocket change. Rare coins are still out there. Search through coin rolls from banks. This is called coin roll hunting, and it's a great way to find high-grade pennies or errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling or tiny errors. Invest in coin grading. Having your penny graded by PCGS or NGC can increase its value if it's in mint condition. Attend coin shows or auctions where rare varieties often appear. So, there you have it. The 1996 Lincoln penny is not just another common coin, it's a fascinating piece of modern U.S. history that could be worth much more than 1 cent if you find the right condition or error. Whether you're a beginner coin collector or an experienced numismatist, always keep your eyes open for these treasures. If you enjoyed learning about the 1996 penny, don't forget to subscribe to RF Coins, hit the like button, and share this video with other collectors. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pennies in U.S. coin history, the 1998 D Lincoln cent. This coin may look like just another penny you find in your pocket change, but some versions of the 1998 D penny are worth an unbelievable amount of money. We are talking about values going up to hundreds, even thousands of dollars for certain varieties and conditions. So, if you've ever wondered if that small 1998 D cent in your collection might be a hidden treasure, stick around because this video is packed with history, interesting details, and the latest market values you don't want to miss. The 1998 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark under the date on the coin's obverse side, just below Abraham Lincoln's portrait. Like most Lincoln cents from the 1990s, it's part of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse series that ran from 1959 to 2008. This design features the famous Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, created by engraver Frank Gasparo. When you look closely at the reverse, you can even see a tiny image of Abraham Lincoln seated inside the memorial. This was an amazing detail for its time. By 1998, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for nearly 90 years, starting in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The D mint mark tells us it came from Denver, which produced a massive quantity of these pennies, over 5 billion of them in 1998 alone. However, despite the large mintage, certain rare varieties and high-grade coins have become highly sought after by collectors, driving their value up into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Most 1998 D Lincoln cents are worth only their face value, just 1 cent, especially if they have been heavily circulated. But here's where things get interesting. Some 1998 pennies have special characteristics or errors that make them worth a fortune. One of the most well-known varieties is the 1998 wide AM reverse. Normally, the A and M in America, on the reverse of a Lincoln Memorial cent are close together, almost touching. However, in the wide AM variety, there is a noticeable space between the A and M. This error occurred because the reverse die meant for proof coins was accidentally used on some business strike coins, creating this rare variation. Collectors are always hunting for wide AM pennies from 1998, 1999, and 2000, and they can be worth big money depending on their condition. High-grade 1998 D pennies that have been professionally graded and certified by companies like PCGS or NGC can also command premium prices. A penny in mint state condition with a grade of MS68 or higher can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars because of its flawless surfaces and strong strike. Let's talk numbers. As of the current coin market, circulated 1998 D Lincoln cents are generally worth only their face value. But if you have a 1998 D in uncirculated condition, say, MS65, you might expect around $10 to $25. If it's in MS67, that price jumps dramatically to $100 or more. For the absolute top-graded examples, prices can go even higher, sometimes reaching $500 or beyond. For rare wide AM varieties or coins with special errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets, prices can shoot through the roof, sometimes even exceeding $1,000 depending on demand and the coin's state. In fact, recent auctions have seen top-notch 1998 D pennies with these special varieties selling for over $456,000 combined across multiple lots of top-tier collections. If you have a pile of 1998 pennies lying around, it's time to take a closer look. Here's what you should check for: mint mark D under the date. This tells you it's from Denver. Condition: coins with fewer scratches, original shine, and sharp details are worth more. Wide AM reverse: check the spacing between the A and M in America. If there is a clear gap, you might have struck gold. Error coins: look for doubled letters, missing details, off-center designs, or any strange marks that don't look like regular wear. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check all these details carefully. Sometimes, what looks like an ordinary penny can turn out to be a valuable collector's piece. If you think you have a valuable 1998 D penny, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can ruin their natural surfaces and significantly reduce their value. Instead, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to have it authenticated and graded. Today, we have something truly exciting to talk about: the 2003 Lincoln penny, a small coin that holds a big story and a surprising value that might shock you. If you have one of these pennies lying around, don't underestimate it, because it might just be worth much more than a single cent. In fact, rare 2003 Lincoln pennies are known to be worth a lot of money, with some even reaching the current market value of $456,012 in top condition. So, stay tuned, because this video will cover everything, from the coin's history and design, to its errors, varieties, and how you can find out if your 2003 Lincoln penny is a hidden treasure waiting to change your life. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1909 when it was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, and it became an instant favorite. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has gone through a variety of changes, but its legacy has remained strong. The 2003 Lincoln penny belongs to the Memorial Reverse series, which ran from 1959 until 2008, featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the back of the coin. This design was created by Frank Gasparo, while the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, can still be found on the coin. Now, let's talk about why the 2003 Lincoln penny can be worth so much money. Most 2003 pennies are worth just their face value, 1 cent, if they're circulated and worn. However, there are special cases where a coin can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This happens because of factors like mint errors, special varieties, and high-grade conditions. For example, a 2003 Lincoln penny that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, with no scratches or marks, can receive a high grade from coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC. A perfect grade of MS70, which means mint state perfect, can drastically increase the coin's value. In fact, some of these high-grade examples have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions, making them highly sought after by collectors. Another reason why 2003 Lincoln pennies can be valuable is due to error coins. Error coins are coins that were accidentally minted with mistakes, and these mistakes make them rare and collectible. Some of the known errors on 2003 pennies include off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchets. A double die error, where the design appears to be doubled, can make a penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. Always check your coins carefully with a magnifying glass, because even a small error can turn an ordinary coin into a rare gem. Let's not forget about the different mints. The 2003 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, with no mint mark, Denver, with a D mint mark, and San Francisco, with an S mint mark for proof coins. Proof coins are specially made for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. A 2003 S-proof Lincoln penny in perfect condition can fetch a nice premium, especially if it is graded PR 70 by a professional grading service. Now, you might be wondering, how can a penny that was made just in 2003 be worth so much money today? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and condition. While millions of these coins were produced, finding one in flawless condition or with a rare error is like finding a needle in a haystack. Collectors are always on the lookout for these special coins, and they are willing to pay big money for them. That's why a top-graded 2003 Lincoln penny or an error penny can reach market values of $456,012 or more, depending on the demand and auction results. If you're serious about finding out whether your 2003 penny is valuable, here's what you need to do. First, examine your coin closely under good lighting. Look for any doubling in the letters, numbers, or Lincoln's portrait. Check if the coin is off-center or has unusual marks that don't look like normal wear. Second, check the coin's luster and condition. The less wear a coin has, the higher its grade and value. And third, consider getting your coin professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC if you think it's special. A professionally graded coin not only confirms its authenticity and condition but also increases its market value. The fascinating thing about coins like the 2003 Lincoln penny is that they are part of our daily lives, yet they carry a history and story that goes beyond their face value. Abraham Lincoln, whose face we see every day on the penny, symbolizes freedom, strength, and unity. Collecting Lincoln pennies is not just about money, it's about preserving a piece of history that tells the story of America and its journey. Before we wrap up, let's talk about some tips for coin collectors who want to focus on Lincoln pennies. Start by collecting pennies from every year and every mint mark. This is called building a penny set, and it's one of the most popular collections among numismatists. Look for key dates, rare varieties, and proof coins. Keep your coins in protective holders to prevent scratches and damage. And most importantly, keep learning about coins. The more knowledge you have, the better your chances of finding valuable treasures. So, do you have a 2003 Lincoln penny in your pocket or coin jar? If yes, go take a closer look. Who knows, you might be holding onto a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and even a simple penny can become a prized possession when you know what to look for. That's all for today's video on the 2003 Lincoln penny, its history, its potential value, and how you can find rare and valuable examples. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with fellow coin enthusiasts, and subscribe to RF Coins for more in-depth videos on rare coins, valuable pennies, and numismatic tips. We have tons of exciting videos coming up that will help you discover the hidden wealth in your coin